All animals need food, but humans are the only animal that went beyond just needing food. And I mean, a cow has 10 times more taste buds than an adult human, but at no point has a cow decided, hey, if I can just scooch over here, yep. I am fully grown, but would it be weird if I take a swig of your milk, ma'am? Because this stuff looks delicious. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Hey, you think I could keep like a couple of you around for this exact purpose? I will feed you in exchange. No, cows stuck to eating earth carpet all day. But the truth is, humans would not have risen to the top of the food chain had they not learned to cook everything else in it. You know, less chewing, more nutrient, bigger brain. And then we not only discovered a way to get infinite food, we optimized food. Made food that makes you funnier, food that you just chew on, and food so decadent it has to be eaten under a tablecloth. But for something so important and almost synonymous with culture and life itself, why does food kind of suck now? Well, today we find out. The slopification of food started around lunchtime. Specifically, the invention of lunchtime. See, humans went from Ooga Booga eats if Ooga Booga finds and kills food, and Ooga Booga eats if it is the will of the Ooga Booga gods, to Ooga Booga has to hop and quick Zoom call. Maybe eat on desk if appropriate for camera to be off.
Okay, if we can all have our cameras on for this one, please.
Oh, Ooga Booga should be on paleo diet anyway, but... And that's because before the Industrial Revolution, there was one main meal eaten around midday, and that was called dinner. At the end of the day, there was a lighter meal called supper, and breakfast wasn't something everyone had since only godless gluttons ate before church. Problem was, in the 18th century, all those new and highly sought-after factory jobs didn't allow for people to leave work and have dinner, so having a luncheon was essential to sustaining any healthy growing 12-year-old during a grueling 14-hour shift at the textile mill. Yes, it was the demands of the Industrial Revolution that gave birth to the first industrialized food. Pre-made, easy-to-eat pasties, sandwiches, and pies which were sold at the various stalls that had set up shop around factories. And I should mention, a lot of businesses had worker canteens that provided free lunches. But you know, around the time the saying "there's no such thing as a free lunch" came about, those canteens were already becoming rare, the last ones being privatized by the 90s. At least in the West, giving rise to casual dining restaurants and eventually fast food. So, to sum up, the Industrial Revolution accidentally created a meal industry that entirely depends on you having a demanding job that prevents you from eating or cooking at home, as evidenced by the huge drop in profits from Tesco's meal deals during COVID. Yeah, nobody cooking at home eating this shit. And a lot changed with the industrialization of food. We got ice cream shops, dried milk, this. And just to give you an idea of how fast the food industry was growing and changing, early 19th century, chocolate was still considered medicine. But by the end of the century, Nestle will already be plotting how to annihilate as many infants as they can, and then have the ones that do make it out alive be put to work. So we can have this. Which, by the way, a lot of people say modern food could kill a medieval child, but a medieval child would literally be eating hallucinogenic rye bread, dirt from the ground, and bones on a daily basis, so it's all a step up, don't get me wrong. Now, going into the early 20th century, every housewife was going gym helper on the fridge, but also refrigerated railroad cars made it possible to have oranges in the winter, and immigration made it possible to have spaghetti for the first time like ever. And even though rationing would be what dictated the next few years of food trends, well, apart from the invention of sliced bread and the rising consumption of sugar, things were looking good. Up until the World War II economic boom. That changed everything. This era brought about many innovations. The only problem was, in order to expand on commercial innovations, people were encouraged to keep buying, so that, you know, others can keep innovating. Which made sense, of course, until the goal wasn't innovation and it wasn't making something that lasts. No, the goal became making a quick buck. And buying jawbreakers or something. I don't know, I didn't go to business school. But I do know this shaped a toxic and easily manipulated consumer culture that doomed dining, among other things. This is around the time when fast food, aggressive marketing, and spectacle became the main forces that shaped modern dining experiences. And this was the next big step towards the great slopification of food. Because much like the slop you're watching right now, I believe a lot of the foods you think you enjoy are slop. Not like cartoon cafeteria food slop.
More testicles mean more iron.
Like loud, obnoxious, zero substance, made to be briefly profitable and then forgotten. Slop. Think about it. Do you really enjoy any of the billboard trending or limited edition food items you've bought these last few months? Or were you just excited by them? Because I have no idea how restaurants have brainwashed so many millennials into seeing a blob of cheese encase the most mid $25 whiskey bacon infused burger and have them lose their shit over it. Oh my god, where's my shit? More of something doesn't mean there's more flavor, it just means there's more of the thing, damn it. I've still to understand how cereal on a donut or a corn dog makes it taste better. And like really, does the shape of a back charm that smiles at you like a Mr. Beast thumbnail really do anything to enhance your dining experience at the $15 tourist trap bubble waffle place? Enough gimmicks. Man cannot live on gimmicks alone. By the way, I need to let you know, I don't think of myself as morally superior. I fall for food psyops all the time. You know, like when a food is a seasonal shape or color, or oh my god, when it's exactly the same, just smaller. Heck, I even get like that when I see a vegetable that's a different color. It's like an old-art Magic the Gathering card. Plays the same, but having it makes me feel really good. So being excited about fun foods isn't the issue. Restaurants, companies, and chefs that want you to get excited without wanting to make good food, that's the problem. Like Epic Mealtime called, they want their swag bag, you filthy con artist. The internet makes excitement just way too easy. I've seen so many food trends, and I don't just mean to buy chocolate and have your daily caloric intake cookies. I mean ones that affect the marketing of already existing food items, like protein has become so popular. And I don't mean actual protein, I mean the word. And I guess that's because when diet culture was big, everything was low-cal, sugar-free, or vegan. Now it's protein, fermentation, probiotic. Because it's all about wellness now, even though we all know wellness culture is just diet culture wearing a Lululemon trench coat on its way to Pilates, instantly shit yourself drink in hand. Instantly shit yourself drink. I'm literally obsessed. Link in bio. It's always that your body is a temple bullshit. Yeah, sure, it's a temple, but to what god if not yourself? And if you choose to be a cruel and vengeful god, hey, not everybody's gonna want to visit, but it's your temple and not the sad shrine to vanity. Which leads me to my next point. I asked you if you liked the thing or you were just excited by it. Now I want to ask you, do you like the thing? Or do you just want others to know you like it / have it? Apart from the internet, another significant shift in food and dining was during the 2007 recession, which proved that something from the past is still true today. Food is status. And status tastes good. I'm talking about the 2007 recession in particular because consumer findings that came out during that time are completely counterintuitive. Here's what I mean. Big chain supermarkets in the UK usually have a premium store brand and a Savers store brand. Why am I giving UK supermarket chains as an example? Well, stores like Walmart and Lidl did the fun thing and offered people alternate universe versions of snacks that Red and Link would be proud of. You know, the bootleg Oreos and fruit rounds. The packaging can get pretty surreal, but it's stuff that still looks like a product. Meanwhile, as the cheaper option, UK chains offer actual communist rations. And they did make them look like that because they don't actually want you to buy them. Like,
Can I get a price check for a super cheap middle lower class can't afford the good stuff discounted council cookies with chocolate product?
many agree that they do feel bad buying them. So during the biggest recession in recent memory, the sales of premium store brand products rose by a third, in contrast to the sales of Savers items which remained the same. Not to mention people were buying more free-range organic eggs than ever before. And I understand it. When you have less money, you want to spend more money on things you can actually afford. That's just street culture. And funnily enough, even after the rebranding of Savers items as essentials, the products still make you feel like you're in some simulation made by aliens. I'm scared I'll reach for the bag of nondescript chips, and next thing I know I'm getting probed. But anyways, while I understand and enjoy treats, treat culture for me evolved into people tricking you into thinking overpriced things are treats. I remember being too young to drink coffee but seeing pictures of Starbucks on Tumblr and wanting to try it. I also know the bar is higher now. It's almost like the more a house costs, the more a treat does. Because it's not really Starbucks cups I'm seeing anymore, it's Air One smoothies. And the UK doesn't even have a fucking whatever that is. But it does have a Starbucks. And I did recently get a pumpkin spice chai latte. I was excited for the sweet treat. But a few sips in, I realized, wow, I do not believe a pumpkin spice this latte. This sucks. I'm a big foodie. I like cooking, I like trying out new foods, and I've gotten pretty good at sussing out when a new food is a spectacle, trust me. For the last 5 years, my go-to McDonald's order is hamburger, large fry, and cold dessert. But it did take 10 seasonal limited edition items for me to get there. For me to understand they're just making shit up. And none of the shit they're making up is worth it. I guess I'll end it all by saying it's not all bad, but there will always be hustlers trying to trick you, so it's your job as a consumer to not get too excited. Okay, now who's ready to get excited? By Gamer Subs. Oh yeah, this is you before Gamer Subs. This is you after Gamer Subs. The only drink that you can game and sub. Buy some using code POOPY for 10% off. Because the only gimmick I'll ever allow is anime boobs. Plus, it has all the essential nutrients I require for doing my work. Like caffeine, vitamin D3, and meat canyon. It's also way cheaper than your average energy drink and offers a variety of flavors, all 0 sugar. So, code POOPY, 10% off. Go get some. Okay, bye.